Well, everybody, it was just a matter of time. Wow, what happened to me? Where am I at? Why is my camera not working? Huh. Interesting. Interesting. We might have to start this over. Okay, happy Friday, everybody. You're not going to make this, you'll probably be asleep in a few minutes. Oh, that's okay, Evil One. I'm glad you stopped by for a moment. I've got a little camera problem here, obviously. And, we might have to figure this out. Hang on a second. I'm going to end and I'm going to start over. And let's try this. Maybe we'll get a restart. Okay, that didn't do it. All right, looks like you got it fixed. Got the camera working again. Good morning, welcome everybody to the Morning Night Live. It took me a moment. Sorry about that. We're gonna get things rolling. It's gonna be kind of a wing it day because just because I got a bunch of stuff that's backed up on Twitter, and we're gonna run through Twitter a lot just for our stories today. So while you're waiting, let's hear the intro. Bam. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Lucky Dog Studio in a hidden location somewhere in the upper Midwest of the United States of America, it's a brother making his own way but with all the wrong opinions. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, yours truly, P. Dog Night. And stop the music. Hello, welcome to Morning Night Live with your host, yours truly, Marty, P-Dog Night, all that stuff. Hey, and you're on the P-Dog Night channel. It is Friday, October 4th, 2019. It is my son's 23rd birthday. So, I don't know if my son ever watches this, but son, if you happen to watch this today or another time, happy birthday, kid. Love you. You're a good dude. All right. Also, quick thanks to Dar, who retweeted the show out this morning, and let's get it going. First, good morning to everybody. I'm the gayest person on YouTube, was the first one in the chat today. Thank you for being here. C. Thomas Gulf City Peasant, Chi-Town J, Max Del Rio, Ramen Noodles, D.I. Freighter, Evil One, who's got to take a nap. D.I. Freighter's tired and has got to go to bed finally. Also, Straight Sith Mail, Max Del Rio, and I got just about everybody so far. So, hey, how's everyone's Friday going? I'm excited for the weekend. Last weekend we cleaned our garage, so we were able to get one vehicle in the car in the garage, and this weekend I'm going to finish that so I can get my truck in the garage too. But so I've got some excitement going, but I'm also going to get outside with my camera and try to do some different footage of things that are happening around here. I also got a message in my email that President Trump is coming to town, and I'm so tempted. I'm so tempted to go. It's at the Target Center in Minneapolis, and I just want to go down there and do one of those. One, I want to see if I can get tickets to get in because regardless who's president, I've always wanted to go to one of those rallies, and I've had a couple opportunities with Trump. I know Obama came here once, and even though I'm not a fan of Obama either, I would have gone to the rally just to experience it. It's got to be very interesting. And then also, I want to go down and see the protest. I'm just fascinated by this whole protest thing. I'd love to go down and interview some people, or just talk to people, see who will talk to me. Because, once you start it's weird how, so, how you watch these videos by like, there's guys that go out and do videos of protests, and there's so many on the left that don't want to be interviewed, don't want to talk to you. And so I just go, wait a minute, you're out here to protest something and you're proud of protesting, but you don't want anyone to see you. or maybe they're just worried that people are trying to dox them or trying to, make them look stupid or something. But I would just go out there, raw footage, wouldn't edit anything, and just do interviews with people just to hear what they bitch about. It'd be fun. But also I noticed that my buddy the monkey's on right now too, so that's maybe where some of the people are. Usually people start rolling in about now, and they're not. So, well, that's okay. Whatever. I don't care. Let's get into the show. I got the reparation coffee ready to go. I got the big, long, flowery cup today. And that is some tasty Nicaraguan. What is it? I can't remember the blend. I actually bought this at a Holiday Station store this morning, and I got a whole bunch of it. So, let's get into it. So, today we're going to talk about the babies. Oh my goodness. So I'm sure you've seen this clip of this person at a event being held by Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, everyone's favorite freshman congressional representative. And this shit is crazy. Okay, now I'm thinking, well, let's just roll the clip first. We're gonna see the clip first, because I'm sure if you haven't seen it, I would be shocked if you haven't seen it. But here it is. And just take a little listen here. I gotta make sure I got my volume up. All right. And before I even put music on, because you gotta hear this. Oh, now why is that so soft?
Climate crisis. We only have a few months left. I love that you support the Green Deal, but it's not getting rid of fossil fuel. It's not going to solve the problem fast enough. A Swedish professor saying, we can eat dead people, but that's not fast enough. So I think your next campaign slogan has to be this: we got to start eating babies. We don't have enough time. There's too much CO2.
All right, so now my personal opinion is was when I saw this, I was going, okay, is this just some lunatic that all this talk is actually exacerbating some crazy people to be even more crazy, or is this an elaborate troll? And there's been a lot of discussion about it. She brings up the Swedish professor the other day who was talking about that we might need to eat people. But then when I saw the T-shirt, I had a very strong feeling that this was a troll. And now, this morning on Twitter, people did not fail me. So we got this guy now, and I didn't even listen to it. All I saw was the shirt. This guy. Now let's see what this guy has to say.
Hi, I come from the Washington Square Post. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Yes.
So what are you creating awareness about here today?
Well, obviously, we all know carbon dioxide emissions are the greatest harm to our climate and our future. And
okay. He said, if you can't hear that, carbon dioxide is the greatest danger to our future. Yeah, I got an idea. Let's eliminate all the carbon dioxide in the world, and wait a minute, that would kill all the plants, and then there would be no oxygen either. But hey, that's a little aside. Let's see what else he has to say here.
Doing the numbers. Who are the biggest emitters of carbon dioxide emissions?
Hang on, I'm going to make this so you can see it better, because this is not working. Here, let's do it this way. Here we go. All right, that'll be better. I think you can see that better, right? Okay, here we go.
And I think that, honestly, we're not the greatest problem.
Is it the children?
Logically, yes. I mean, think about the numbers. Just consider the numbers for a minute. Okay, if you have one fewer children, that will have a greater impact on carbon dioxide emissions than any other lifestyle choice. that you
Now
make.
notice the accent in her
How
voice
many
too.
fewer children would you not have? 3, 4? It's not good enough.
So you're saying we should eat the children?
Absolutely. We're taking orders now that can be fulfilled for Thanksgiving. We've been given a generous grant from Mark Carney of the government of Vancouver to get started. But we will only succeed in supporting our organization and the planet from support from you. And whatever you can pledge today is a good start. Consider one a week. We can get orders fulfilled by Thanksgiving, and we have a variety of different options for you.
Does Mark Carney eat babies too?
Probably.
Oh, how does he suggest preparing them then?
I don't think he does it himself, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
welcome.
Thank you for answering these questions
Thank you.
from Washington Square
Thank
Post.
you. We really appreciate your support.
Thanks. Bye.
Okay, so now you clearly, if you go back and listen to this girl again, you heard the accent on that woman. Listen to the accent on this girl.
Crisis. We only have a few months left. I love that you support the green.
It's the
deal,
same
but
girl
it's not
wearing
getting
the
that
same
fossil fuel.
shirt.
It's not going to solve the problem fast enough. A Swedish professor saying, we can eat dead people, but that's not fast enough.
All right, so yeah, so so anyway, whole lots of stuff about eating the children. In fact, let's do this. Let's do a little search here. Eat the babies. Oh, 40 tweets in the last hour. Here we go. So let's look at the eat the babies hashtag. Now, I don't know who this is a bigger troll on. If it's a bigger troll on AOC, or is it a bigger troll on the right-wing media who's also putting this out there? Or do they seem to, or do they, is it like they're in on the joke? Okay, so Ryan Saavedra from, I think he's from the Daily Wire. No, he's from Daily Caller. Where's he from? Oh, yeah, Daily Wire. One of Ocasio-Cortez's constituents loses her mind over climate change during AOC's town hall. Claims we only have a few months left. We got to start eating babies. We don't have enough time. We have to rid the babies. We need to eat the babies. Okay, now the people around her, too. Look at the look at the people around here. This woman's like, look at her face. It's like, what the fuck? And all these people are looking at her like she's nuts, and they don't know what to say. So, and clearly several other people. Oh, now isn't this special? See now, and now you got the Washington Post running interference for AOC right here, top news. Oh, and of course it's conservatives attacked. It's always what the Washington Post, that's part of their style book. Anything that the Republicans or conservatives do is attacking. Okay? Conservatives attacked Ocasio-Cortez over bizarre town hall speaker. Let's see. Oh, it's a whole article. Let's read the whole article here. What is this? No, I'm not. Stop. Can I get rid of this? Oh, no. Did I already do? Glad you're reading the Washington Post. Unfortunately, you're out of free articles. I hate the Washington Post. Anyway, let's go back. Screw them. I'm not going to read them then. You don't want that? Woman interrupted Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez town hall Thursday night to yell about climate change, repeatedly saying the only solution is eating babies. Yes, we've generated a conservative attack headline. Brian Stelter. Oh, he's so worried about the banner on Fox. Banner on Fox last night, constituent at Ocasio-Cortez town hall, apoplectic about climate change. Now, a pro-Trump fringe group says they planned the stunt. Oh, shocker. Now, you had to know that this was not real. And the fact that they have the other tweet up of the same woman in the same voice interviewing the guy in the street, it's somewhat humorous. Okay, the Washington Post, I see. Everyone's linking the Washington Post article now. It's funny. This is such an obvious hoax. If you can't beat ideas with better ideas, misrepresent the ideas presented and act like they're crazy. Well, there is a Swedish professor that actually did talk about cannibalism as a possible solution to climate change. So, oh my goodness. Spoke to the excellent Something Shoe for this story on AOC and the LaRouches for Washington Post. I think I could hear her jaw hitting the floor several times as I went through their utterly bizarre history. So they're calling, these are LaRouche people? See, I really want to read that Washington Post article. Let's see. Let's see if we can find one that is. Let's see if we can find one that. Let's see if we can find a copy of this art. Oh, it won't let me do it. It's a link thing. Oh crap. Well, oh, here we go. Well, let's see if we can we copy and paste this? No, it's a damn link. That really bums me out. Okay, well, anyway, here, let's maybe do a search this way. Conservative attack. Okay, conservatives. Okay. Yeah, I can't even cut and paste there either. Gosh, I hate the Washington Post. They are such bastards. Anyway, all right, so enough of that nonsense. Well, but good Lord. Hello. By the way, people coming in. Good morning, Tyler F. And Check Your Logic, Ebony Williams, Faithless, X-Bubba Hotep, Mr. Dax. Lots of people popping over. You guys must have been coming over from Monkeys. Incognito tab. What? Oh, no. I don't have an incognito tab. I don't have it. What? I don't have an incognito tab. I don't use incognito because I don't have any reason to, if you know what I mean. All right, let's get back into this. I've got you over here. Anyway, so apparently it's official that was an elaborate troll on the young lady from the Bronx, or wherever she's from her Tony suburb where she pretends to be from the Bronx. Thank you, Marzupo Gamer, for retweeting the stream this morning. By the way, before we keep going, the Morning Night Live is... Oh, you're over here. Good morning. The Morning Night Live is brought to you by you, the viewers of the Morning Night Live. That would be you. And please, while you're here, down here somewhere, or up here, if you're on a mobile, you can hit that share button and share this out to your family, friends, and neighbors, and anyone else you interact with on social media. And if you're not already subscribed, I think most of you are, but if you're not, subscribe, click the bell, hit the like button. And we do not do super chats through YouTube because I don't have enough subscribers yet, but we're getting there. We get more every day. I'm almost at 400 now. Help me get to 400. Help me get to 400 subscribers. That's the goal for today. And you can do super chats through the Streamlabs link in the description down below. All right, so like I said, if you weren't here earlier, I said today I'm just going to be messing around on Twitter a little bit. I do have some headlines that I could go to, some standby stuff. But, wow, F you too, Marty. What? What did I do? F you too, what? Okay, functionally, you're going to have to explain to me what I did. Good morning, by the way. But I'm not sure. Wait. She sounds deaf. Okay, no. I have no idea what that means. What did I do? I guess you'll tell me. I think so, there's a little lag in the chat. So you can tell me what I did, and hopefully I F you. Holy moly. Anyway. So... some other things in the news. Apparently, there's a whole lot of little videos on Twitter that I've been just bookmarking. So here's one of them. Apparently, how long is this? This is the 22nd one. This won't take long. Apparently, we are building a wall, according to the president. That's here's this little video that he put out this morning. Someone tell me why functional. Now I'm concerned. Okay, all right. It's a tractor building a wall, kind of. Okay, because they're new wall versus outdated barrier. Okay, what's weird here, though? Okay, now, this is interesting, and I'm sure that they are. I know they've been putting new sections of wall in along here, but there's something weird about this video. So you got these 1, 2, 3 workers. Okay, there's the other stuff. It's just weird that there's only one section of that sitting there, but I guess all the stuff's down here on the bottom. Am I okay? All right, so there's that. That's one of the things we're looking at. This is gonna be. Dude. Just let me know if I am still streaming. It looks like I am, but I got one of those error messages. Oh, nothing. You were just saying hi to everyone and never said hi to me. Just busting your balls. Oh, well. I did miss you up here, but then I saw you down here when you said F you to Marty, and I'm like, what the hell did I do? I'm just like, damn, that's harsh. All right, so we got the eat the babies. Oh, here's one that I thought was interesting. So we're having this climate crisis that we only have 12 years or 2 months or whatever, and have to eat the babies, even though we know that's a troll. And I found this is on my Twitter feed, and I just found it interesting. Here's someone to follow about real science, and bonus, he's running for the Senate. This is Dr. Shiva Ayyadurai, an MIT PhD, inventor of email. Now, I'm not sure if he's really the inventor of email. Let's see. U.S. Senate 2020, Truth, Freedom, Health, scientist, inventor, statesman, Cytosolve. Here, I'll put him on the screen here. Cytosolve, whatever that means, and Innovations Corp. So he's got a little. He made a little video about climate change, and I thought it was interesting. It's pretty long, but we're gonna watch it anyway because I just found it interesting. Why real Donald Trump did the right thing about pulling out of the Paris Accords. So here's Dr. Shiva. We might stop here and there, and I don't really want to. I don't want to get an argument about climate science. We know that the climate changes and it's changing, but I'm curious about what this guy has said. And I don't know what district he's running at. Cambridge, Massachusetts. That's Massachusetts. So Elizabeth Warren. Who's the other senator from Massachusetts? I don't know. Maybe one of you know. Oh, is it Mitt Romney? No, where's Mitt Romney? No, or did Mitt Romney run from Utah? I don't know. Anyway, Mr. Dax, what's up? And now Functional gets all the attention. Hey, Mr. Dax. And good morning, Irish Rose. All right, let's talk to Dr. Shiva Ayyadurai.
Why it was right for President Trump to exit from
Can
the
you guys hear
Accords.
that?
The presentation I'm going to give you is a very objective one. We need to recognize that many people who are supporting the Paris Accords, if you ask them, why should we have been in this? Give me one benefit. No one can really give any benefit. In fact, I haven't had anyone rationally explain even one benefit. What I'm going to explain to you very quickly here so everyone can understand in very simple ways is why it was important that Donald Trump got out of this, why it was essentially going to support an international collusion to basically support the polluting of our environment, and more importantly, to basically tax all of us, businesses, small businesses, big businesses, primarily a lot of small businesses, and every consumer here with a carbon tax. And it's a very simple...
So this one, I've turned it up as far as I can, so you'll probably just have to turn up your volume on your end for a few minutes here while we watch this. But I'm fascinated just to hear this. I haven't seen the whole thing. I've seen about half of it, but we're going to watch it all. So this is educational today. Oh, maybe not, unless it stops working. Why it would stop working, I do not know. I do not know, Mr. Bear. Oh, gosh, wouldn't you know it?
This, and
there we go.
I make it clear to you. And obviously, if you have questions, we're periscoping, you're welcome to join us. First of all, let me explain something very basic here. So in this circle, let's consider the fact that we have a lot of businesses here. These are businesses throughout the world. And these businesses, are producing different things. And let's assume these are typically manufacturing businesses. They take resources, raw materials, they process stuff, and out comes products from these businesses, which typically go to the consumer. There are a lot of consumers here. This is, you and me over here. And we buy these products and we pay this company some dollar amount. Now, many of these companies, because of the manufacturing process, do put out carbon and CO2 into the environment. Let's call that broadly, pollution. Okay?
Now, broadly. Some of that product is pollution, but the CO2 itself is an element that's required for life. But anyway, I know what he's saying here.
Term of CO2. All right? So these are these greenhouse gases that they emit into the atmosphere. This is, let's call it before the Paris Accords. This is what's taking place. Again, businesses take resources, they create products, we buy them, and we pay some fee for them, and these businesses have been polluting. Now, has anything changed post the Paris Accords? And let's use the date 2030, as this is supposed to be an important date per the Paris Accords. So what happens here? Here again, I'm going to draw the same circle. We have the businesses, and let's put the year now 2030. And what occurs in 2030? These businesses still exist, let's say. Again, these are the businesses. And they are creating products, as I mentioned before, to us as consumers. Same situation. This is, again, you and me. And these consumers pay some fee for these products. And guess what? They're still polluting.
Yes, they are.
And I'll give you some numbers on this. In fact, they're polluting a lot more, as we'll see. But something very interesting.
And that's the case. That's the case in a lot of these places where, well, especially in China and India, their emissions are way up, and no one's talking to them. I think we need to send Greta over to China and talk in front of their government, because she has a very impactful statement to make, and she can go over and tell the Chinese, "How dare you? How dare you?" And the Indians too, and all the developing nations that, here's my problem. So we got to, it's not that we don't need to figure some of this out. We absolutely do. But now you're going to go tell someone in a developing nation where, electricity, for example, electricity is probably one of the most life-saving inventions on the planet, right? In some ways, because be able to power things via electricity has made us so many innovations that have made life longer for humans. Now, again, if you're not, when you're not going to offset that balance by eating the babies, there's a problem. But still, now you're going to tell someone in a country that, well, you know what? We know we have reliable electricity everywhere in the Western world for the most part, and but you know what? I'm sorry, we've got this climate change issue. We just don't. We're not going to be able to let you have any more reliable electricity. I just thought I'm going off on some asides. Doesn't this now just? I know this is silly, but look at this right here. Can you see that? Doesn't it look like he's drawing a little goblin or something? I'm sorry, I got Halloween on the mind. Let's continue.
For the pollution they do, they have to now pay an organization, which I'm going to call, in double quotes, the IPCC.
Yes, and what are they paying them to do?
And this group is composed of people like Al Gore, people like the
taking
Bushes,
in billions of dollars because they're all invested
people from the commodities
in
market,
carbon credits.
and essentially a global elite in here,
Yes.
quote-unquote scientists. A dollar goes here, dollars go in, and these people deliver these people something called carbon credits.
Yeah.
And what this allows these companies to do now is to pollute but in order to pollute, they have to pay this organization a fee, and this organization issues carbon credits. In fact, it gets even more interesting. These carbon credits, if you look at the commodities market, the global commodities market, these carbon credits are bought and sold here on this commodities market to people. And this generates the ability for this group to generate trillions, not billions. Let me explain, trillions of dollars in new source of wealth.
And one of the funny things is, Albert Gore Jr., Al Gore, has become a billionaire investing in carbon credit markets. And he has the biggest house in Tennessee that uses enough energy to power, I think 15 or 20 homes of the normal sized home in Tennessee. Just because he's got a billionaire on his scientifically significant movie and his investments in carbon credits. Yes, Albert Gore. And he flies around the world talking about global climate change because, although I always dig the, if you've never heard of the Al Gore effect, it almost inevitably happens whenever Al Gore is scheduled to speak, particularly in the United States. He will be scheduled to speak somewhere, and almost not every time, but many times it's just a coincidence, obviously, but it's a funny to joke about that it'll be the coldest day on record for that day wherever he happens to be speaking at any given time. So I just think it's quite humorous. All right, keep going.
So these carbon credits were created by this group as a vehicle to essentially charge polluters something, and this group has the potential to make trillions and trillions of dollars.
Yes, they do.
So how did this all happen, and what was the Paris Accords? Well, the front end for this entire organization, by the way, Al Gore substantially, at a certain point, monopolized, had access to a large number of carbon credits, which he had accumulated, and his goal was to have a payday by forcing these businesses in the future, around post-2030, to buy these carbon credits. And if you actually look at this,
I wonder if the Bidens are invested in the carbon credit market. I'm just curious.
The IPCC's PR, I call it their PR machine, was what we call the Paris Accords. The Paris Accords was really their PR engine to get this out as though everyone needed to get on board. And what the U.S., if you look at the United States here, with the flag here, the U.S. Was being forced by the IPCC. By the way, this included establishment Democrats and establishment Republicans, who were essentially telling the U.S. government that it needed to create what we call a green fund. And this green fund, and I'll explain what this was really about, the U.S. was going to have to put $100 billion into this green fund. And what was this $100 billion for? Well, remember, the countries who are polluting
for carbon credits,
really
right?
didn't want to be part of this. They didn't really want to be part of the Paris Accords. Why? Because they have to pay fees to the IPCC. So how do you get them to be part of this? So if I do this over here, what I call the influencers of these countries. Influencers.
Oh, influencers. That's kind of like YouTube influencers.
So for example, if you take India, China, and you go down the list of what they call about 190 plus countries, remember, all these people have influencers, so-called advisors. This $100 billion number was going to be funneled through different NGOs to essentially pay off, and in fact, people had already gotten agreements that if they joined the Paris Accords, that they're going to get dollars funneled to them. This is why people were involved in this. In fact, some of the WikiLeaks stuff came out. Jairam Ramesh, one of the key advisors in India. Originally, if you go look at it, he said that the glaciers were not receding, and later on it was stated that the glaciers were receding. And in a recent email in WikiLeaks, he was actually thanking John Podesta for making all of this occur. So you have to really start thinking about what took place. But fundamentally, Trump wanted to exit this because I think Trump realized what was really going on. And what was really going on is this.
It's a kind of a worldwide redistribution. scheme, and really accomplishing nothing. And it's weird because the United States is one of the countries that has had a great reduction, at least in the last 10 years or so, in carbon output, so to speak. Whew, sorry. All right, continuing.
The IPCC was using the United States instrument, our Congress, our tax dollars, to funnel about $100 billion here, so we would pay off these people to join the Paris Accords. Now, let me just tell you, $100 billion is a relatively small amount because these guys were going to make trillions. So let me follow this through again so you get it. Businesses today are polluting. Just to give you an example, China today pollutes around 11 billion tons of carbon into the atmosphere. 11 billion tons of carbon. That's what they're doing today. By 2030, or between now and 2030, guess what? China's still allowed to pollute. In fact, China is allowed to go up to 22 billion tons, which means they're allowed to go 11 billion tons in carbon, which means they're going to pollute more. They're going to double their pollution during this period. No penalties. And that's how they got China to join. After 2030, there's going to be a big payday for these guys because they're going to be able to sell China carbon credits. I hope everyone's following. The bottom line is these set of 190, in many ways, so-called influencers and advisors, many of them essentially are waiting for this $100 billion payday, supported the Paris Accords because they're going to be paid, and that's how they force their countries' prime ministers and people to say, yeah, we got to join this Paris Accords. The reality is when you step back and look at this diagram, who really profits is the allies who are going to make money on carbon credits as they fluctuate and rapidly grow in price post-2030. So a $100 billion payout to most of these corrupt officials.
So Al Gore is thinking long term.
Because they're going to have 1,000%, 100 to 1,000% increase in profits. So fundamentally, what Donald Trump did was he saw the scam, which is what it is. And fundamentally what this does is makes liberal bourgeois feel good that they're part of the Paris Accords. In fact, the MIT president has said, you know, we have conclusive evidence that temperature has gone up. Let me just make it very clear that Hansen, the guy who came up with this temperature rating at NASA, you know, during the 1950s to 1990s.
Who wants to bet that Hansen's invested in this too? I would guess he is.
They used what they said was the average temperature 1998. During that period, that's how they measured the average temperature. And they said the average temperature was 15 degrees Celsius. And they predicted in around 1988 that temperature was going to go up. So again, in 1988, papers are starting to come out saying the average temperature measured between 1950 to 1980 is 15 degrees, and they're saying, you know, temperature is going to rise on the planet Earth. Well, what happens? By 1995, 1996, they find out the temperature actually, in fact, gone down a little bit. It was not going up. And somehow, mysteriously, around 2002, Hansen says, yes, the temperature has gone up. And how did he get it to go up? He got it to go up by saying that the average temperature is now 14 degrees. He actually changed the goalpost. Before it's 15, he said now it's 14, and he said we're measuring 14.64. So what they did was a complete lie, and in fact this changing of the goalpost was done in an email. All of this is written in a beautiful article by Arvind Kumar in American Thinker called 14 is the new 15, or 14 is the new 15, exactly. So you should go read it by Arvind Kumar in American Thinker. He lays it out very beautifully. But the bottom line is, there is no conclusive evidence that the temperature has gone up. If you look at the facts, this entire process really profits this group. The reality is China is going to continue to pollute 2x, 200% more. India also gets to pollute from 2 billion to 4 billion. In fact, we're going to drop our carbon emissions from 5 billion to 4 billion. So this entire process is really a big racket. So all of us.
Now that's interesting because as I was reading something the other day and it said that that's exactly what we've done. We've that would be 20% reduction, and we're at about just over the last, I think, was it since since last 12 years, we've reduced ours by about 10%. The European Union countries have reduced their carbon emissions by roughly 16%. I can't remember the exact number. Somewhere a little bit more than we have. But China's up almost 50%, and India's emissions are up 83%. And so what he just described there is exactly what it is. Mr. Dax, I don't have issues with developing technologies or policies for more sustainable living, especially since we're approaching 8 billion people. Using this as a way to redistribute wealth or power is a no-no. I agree. We absolutely need to, we obviously would need to develop technologies to make sure that we're able to accommodate the population that has grown. Obviously, we've done that agriculturally. Oh, functional, you crack me up. All right.
When I go back to this a consumer, guess what? In the future, we're actually going to pay more for products. Businesses are going to be charged more. So businesses are paying taxes. Each consumer's product is going to go up. These guys up here are the ones who are going to make money. So extremely good that Donald Trump pulled out of this. This was a patriotic thing to do. And we need to start really exposing the mainstream media and the elite academics who are all actually behind this. Thank you.
All right, so there you go. That's all right. We've doubled the carbon in the atmosphere since 1980, from the start of the Industrial Revolution. Have we? I was not aware of that. Since 1980, what? Since the start of the Industrial Revolution. So you're talking about the Industrial Revolution, roughly 1880-ish through the 20s is kind of isn't that your bookmark for the Industrial Revolution, so to speak? Let me know if I'm correct on that. If that's what I'm asking. Who am I asking? I'm asking Ben Tahoe. And by the way, Ben, welcome to the show. How you doing? Anyway, so I just found that interesting. This is Dr. Shiva. He's the guy running for the Senate in the state of Massachusetts. So there we go. Interesting. So that was fascinating. And what else we got here today? I got a whole bunch of stuff. I basically I've been bookmarking stuff. Oh, here's a good one. Here's another quick video. I think it's very important that this is vital to the what am I trying to say? This is vital to the country. And especially when there's all these presidential candidates out there on the Democratic side. And I think it's important that we see the real people that are candidates, not just their political persona, but the true essence of what a person can be. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I bring you Beto O'Rourke getting a flu shot. Here we go, Beto, with your flu shot. Good for you, Beto. Way to set the example. Let's watch Beto. Robert Francis. Let's watch Robert Francis get his flu shot. Now, this is weird. Look at him. You know what? Now, when I was a child, I didn't like shots. I wanted to flinch. And I've learned in my adult life that the best way to get a shot is you can just completely relax, okay? As if nothing's happening. And the more you relax, the easier the shot is. You don't tense up, because when you tense up for a shot, okay, that's why it hurts, because you're putting a shot into tense muscles versus, I just loosen up, let him take the shot, okay, no problem, and then I'm like, okay, it's done. But Beto here seems really, really apprehensive about getting a shot. Look at him. He's just like, oh my God. He's so... Okay, so now I'm confused. If you're running for president and you don't like getting shots, and you know that you look like you're about to cry when getting shots, Why the hell would you even put this on your Instagram? My God, I don't get it. I mean, we'll just watch this. Watch him again. He's like, he looks so nervous.
No crying.
Oh.
Take a deep breath.
Okay. Okay, he didn't cry. All right. Good God. Okay, he got through it. Good for you, Beta. Beto. I'm sorry, I keep calling him Beta. I'm not the only one though. Bano G, there we go. Infrastructure would help save gas that we burn collectively. Yes. I agree. Yep, that's oh, here we go. Mopeds get 1,000 miles per gallon. No, they don't. What moped gets 1,000 miles per gallon? Hand out discount mopeds, build roads that accommodates green vehicles and high MPG petrol-electric vehicles, which have overpasses and no stop signs, stoplights, infrastructure that would help us save gas. We burn collectively. Okay. That's why I slam 5 beers anytime before. Okay, I missed that. Oh, I see. You're talking about the shots there. Yeah, you know what? I don't know the solution right now. You know, the carbon output, for example, for a Tesla, when you include the manufacturing and mining of the cobalt and for the batteries for the Tesla, the lifetime carbon output for a Tesla is higher than my 2010 F-150. It's so they got to figure out that in. See, that's the part that you don't necessarily get. Probably that's probably due to infrastructure reasons, and but you're still, I don't know, who knows. Oh man, what else here? Oh, by the way, if you have anything, thank you, Marsupial Gamer. Did I already thank you for that? I think I did, but thanks for tweeting out the show. I appreciate it. Okay, what else do I have in my bookmarks? I'm just going through my bookmarks. I've been bookmarking shit for weeks, and I finally just cleaned out my bookmarks, but there were some things I bookmarked over the last couple of days. Let's see, if I'm done with that. Now, here's one from Dan Crenshaw, who was wondering how... So, apparently, New York City has banned the term illegal alien when used with intent to demean, humiliate, or harass a person. The city said the violation can result into a fine up to $250,000. Now, this is from earlier this week, but I saw this and you got to be kidding me. You can be now fined up to $250,000 when you call somebody an illegal alien. Let's see. Let's just watch. Is this the story? Or is this, what is this? Let's see. We'll click this. Oh, except we get a Dell ad first. Here, we'll mute the Dell ad. And this is amazing to me. This is a local law that will be challenged in court if anyone ever tries to apply it, and it will be struck down in a freaking heartbeat. I'm sorry. It's just one of those stupid things that they come up with, thinking that they're signaling their virtue. Hey!
They're romantic, and my guess is they're not documented. So my next call is to ICE to have each one of them kicked out of my country.
Oh. Oh, I see. CNN asked immigrants how their lives have changed in light of the president's racist remarks? Citation needed. But this is CNN. Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh my God. Maybe they think to have them go back to their countries and then come back when they have some better ideas. See you later, D.I. Freighter. We'll talk to you. We'll talk to you again soon. Yeah. Now this. Oh my God, they are on narrative though. That's for sure. This is what they said. Oh, listen. Oh,
Safety and I'm...
the dramatic music. Adriana Romero says, here, let's go back here. Let's go back a little bit.
My safety, and I'm constantly checking my surroundings because I've been questioned by random people. Where am I from and what am I doing in New Hampshire?
Really? I really? Okay, so you speak with no accent whatsoever, and you're saying random people just routinely ask you where you're from? Interesting. In New Hampshire. In New Hampshire, one of those liberal states? I don't know. This is Northeast. Okay, and then Depson Fabe from Haiti. Really? Someone's asking a brother from Haiti.
Like when you're at work or you're on the street or you do whatever you have to do.
I wonder where
and
you
at the
live. If
same
you live...
time, you have to worry about somebody else who might not like you because of your skin color or because of
When I go out, even to Walmart, Target, the pharmacy, restaurants with my family and my husband, I bring 3 or 4 types of
interesting
identification.
We are very careful where we speak Spanish in public places.
Where do you live where you have to...
Careful about our surroundings.
No, I'm just so confused. Where... Okay, maybe... I know there's things that I have experienced in the past as an African-American person or a black person in America that maybe people don't deal with. But I'm just curious because maybe it's because where I live in Minnesota, you hear people speaking different languages all the time and no one thinks twice about it. So I'm confused where these people live because, you know, this is CNN. It's probably in New York City or something like that. But I'm just, is this that X to doubt? Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
People that may look menacing to us because we look different, because we're brown, because we're immigrants.
Wait, hold up. Wait. Let me ask y'all a question about this dude. Okay, now he said something about because we look different. Does this look like any middle-aged white dude? He doesn't look different. What does he look different? And even if he didn't look like a middle-aged white dude, I cannot imagine that this dude, even if he's speaking with that, who cares? You know what? We know that ICE doesn't just randomly pick out people anymore. Okay, they haven't done that for a long time. Anytime the ICE does a raid, it's at least as far as I know. Maybe I could be wrong. I know that I'm not right about everything, but I got to think that at least the examples that we've seen in the last several years, when ICE goes on a raid, they're going out on people who have warrants, who've already had an order to leave the country. And that's the only people that they're deporting right now. They're not just going around and randomly deporting, they're not saying, oh, look, there's a Mexican restaurant over there. Why don't we just go run in there and check to see if there are any illegal aliens in there? No, they're not doing that. They are going out with warrants and going into places where people have already had a order to leave the country. Okay, I don't know what this guy's talking about. Now, here's why I don't doubt what these people are saying, that they are frightened by things, not because it's a fact, but because there is a constant drumbeat in the media telling them to be afraid. If you're here legally and you can prove it easily, it would seem it would be an annoyance if it happened. But you know what? Unless this dude who looks like a middle-aged white dude has a warrant to leave the country because he's already had something adjudicated that says, hey, hit the road, I'm not sure why he's as concerned as he is. But I don't know where he lives, so that doesn't help. I realize that, but man, it's I don't get it. By the way, a couple other people showed up. Good morning, Faithless. Good morning. I think I said hi to Marsupial Gamer. Good morning, Havoc, Vladimir. What? Okay, Havoc, Vladimirovich Stalinov. Good gracious. What a fabulous name. I like that name. But then again, and good morning, damn it, Chadwick, and I said Faithless, and there's Green Thunder Demighty. I good morning, and good morning, Diesel Dave. Penis. Oh no, that's C. Thomas says penis. Diesel Dave says, what's your thing? It's something. What's up, fuckers, or something like that. All right, wait. Let's continue on this thing though. I want to see what else they have to say.
I don't fit their stereotypical views of what a scientist should look like, but I do fit their stereotypical views of the people ICE is targeting.
Whoa! Now, again, okay, you also don't fit their stereotypical views of maybe what an immigrant sounds like, because you sound like a suburban white girl. Okay, and if you're working in a lab somewhere, do you really think anyone gives a flying rotten horsecock what you're doing? And no one's looking at you, dear, unless you have an order to leave the country. These people are racist in their own views. Yeah, goodness gracious. Out of curiosity, is Vladimirovich, what's that name up there? Havik Vladimirovich Stalinov? Is that? I have a sneaky feeling that might be Corbin, but Corbin was here earlier. Did you come in here in a different? Okay, I don't know. Anyway, oh my gosh, it's okay. Let's keep going.
Of the people ICE is targeting.
I'm not afraid of other Hispanics, of Muslims, African Americans.
Oh.
I keep my eyes open and I'm more hyper vigilant.
Oh.
For that person wearing the big USA shirts with the big MAGA hats.
Oh, the new KKK
flag in their vehicle.
That's what she's afraid of. White people. She's not afraid of brothers. You know what? Here's the problem, though. If you go in for example, there's a huge problem in like Compton and Long Beach right now because there's a lot of infighting between the blacks who've already lived there and the Hispanics who are kind of filling in their neighborhoods. It's not pretty out there, but you don't hear much about that in the news. But you go on Black Twitter, and you know what? Some of Black Twitter ain't so happy about the immigrants either, and you're probably more likely to get your ass whooped by a brother than some white guy in a MAGA hat, because you know everyone likes to beat up on the white guys in the MAGA hats more than the other way around. So anyway,
that's who scares me. Especially when I'm with my children.
Oh yes, I know. That dude in the American flag's probably gonna attack you and your children. Oh man, you know what? And so listen. I was just saying that these things, probably the reason that people are frightened is because you also get things like this that is designed to frighten people more. I don't. I could just be being extremely naive, but I don't. Oh my God, I don't know. Let's finish this and let's move on.
We cannot be passive about the current situation.
We might be immigrants, of course, but we are human beings first.
African immigrants, people leave them alone. Okay, because most African, and I think people leave people alone anyway. God damn, we're in a country where we have a lot of different kinds of people, and maybe there's some assholes. I'm sure there are. There's some assholes out there who say stupid shit. But like those little clips they showed at the beginning of the people taking video of people saying racist, stupid ass shit. What percentage of interactions are those? And are those extremely prevalent? No, they're the man bites dog incidents. Those are the incidents that everyone blows up and shares around Twitter and around Facebook and around all the other bullshit social media. You don't get the billions and billions of everyday interactions where people are polite to each other and where they just, hi, welcome to our grocery store. How are you today? Well, there's your change. Have a nice day. No one's taken video of those interactions, which these little man bites dog incidents get spread everywhere. So that's why you think that the police are killing somebody every day. Because that's the man bites dog. Right? So and so now the perception is, oh, there's these racist people in the MAGA hat. Oh, and also, you know what else does it? I'll tell you, we talked about it yesterday. The fake hate crimes. Remember? Oh, hate crimes are up 17% according to the FBI. Oh, no. The FBI even says, oh, no, not the hate crimes, the reported hate crimes, because we have 1,000 new agencies in the program giving us reports. And there's a lot of fake hate crimes. But guess what? It's reported. The fake hate crime, everyone remembers the crime, the that's reported, but people forget that, oh, well, this one wasn't real, right? The lie travels all around the world. The truth sometimes doesn't make it around the block. So, yeah, so now, because the news, they need those things. They need the bad ones. They need the truly hateful people talking to people that go viral, right? Because they need something to do. They need to make money. They need they need someone to look at their news station. Someone put it, if it bleeds, it leads. Yep. So all the man bite dog events makes you think that's the norm. It's not the norm. The norm is the Somali woman at the grocery store that I run into every once in a while, when I grab a cart for her and say, hey, here you go. Because we came in the store at the same time and I happen to be getting a cart. And I'm like, oh, here, you can take this one. I'll get the next one. Because that's how I'm polite to people, even though she's in a hijab. Okay? Or like I said, the teller at the banks who speaks Spanish to the person in front of you, speaks English to you, and then maybe the Somali woman who comes in, there's another Somali teller that talks to them in Somali. Polite interactions every day. Because in America, we are one of those countries where that's supposed to be the norm. That's what we are. We're a nation of immigrants, right? The norm is not those little viral video clips. The viral video clips are viral because they are the man bites dog event. When it bleeds, it leads. Thanks, Faithless, for putting that up there.
With different stories, and each story should remind us what should unite us rather than divide us.
This is the kind of climate we're living in right now.
No, it's not, dear. You want it to be because, oh, Trump's America. Oh, hate crimes are up. There's hate crimes up that don't get reported as hate crimes. The people get attacked for wearing that red hat, or Constance. Well, the guys getting beat up by gangs of youths that pretty much make local news, but they might go viral on Twitter, but they sure don't make national news because the tables aren't they aren't quite the right story that they want on the national news because
United States, 2019.
CNN, way to go. New York City has banned the term illegal alien when used as an intent to demean, humiliate, harass a person. The city said the city's new guidelines announced last week also banned discrimination against someone based on their English proficiency and threats to call immigration authorities on someone based on a discriminatory motive. These violations can result in fines up to $250,000. Here's my question, City of New York. How do you know if it's discrimination against someone based on their English proficiency and threats to call immigration authorities based on someone based on a discriminatory motive? How do you determine the discriminatory motive? What if, for example, you hear a conversation, right? And you happen to be fluent in Spanish, but you're an English speaking person. You happen to be fluent in Spanish, and you hear someone talking about a table next door that they happen to be illegal. Is that going to be based on a discriminatory motive or on your observation? Also, ban the term illegal alien when used with intent to demean, humiliate, or harass a person. Is that a thought crime, New York City? And how do you think the city of New York is going to fare the first time they prosecute someone for this? And those people appeal. You may convict them or whatever. You may be able to get them on the initial charge because New York City thinks they can do what they want. But when they appeal this, and it goes to a higher court, however that works in New York, but there's some attorney out there salivating for this case to take it straight to the Supreme Court, because you know what? You don't have a leg to stand on with this law. This is a stupid law. And also the fact the term illegal alien. Oh, someone Faithless, you already put Faithless, you and I are on the same wavelength today. The term illegal alien is written into U.S. statutes as a term for someone who's in the country illegally. It's a legal term. Okay? And I got an even better thing here. Let's say you use the term illegal alien and you did use it with the intent to demean, humiliate, or harass a person. Should that be legal? Is that illegal? Is it illegal to do that? Is it illegal to demean, humiliate, or harass a person? Maybe harass. I don't know how harass. I don't even know what that. So you could. Thought crime. Amazing. The guidance is for all public accommodations, employment, and housing. Now, I understand you can't discriminate against people, but you know what? Are you forced to have public accommodations for someone who's in the country illegally? I don't know. We are proud to have worked with the New York City Commission on Human Rights to produce and release this important guidance as we combat the federal government's rhetoric of fear. Oh my God. The federal government's rhetoric of fear and xenophobic policies that have threatened the health and well-being of immigrant communities, said Bida Mustafi, Commissioner of the Mayor's Office on Immigrant Affairs. The Department of Homeland Security defines alien as any person not citizens or national of the United States. Yeah, there's a definition. In a 29-page directive, the Commission outlined ways that discrimination can be based on someone's actual or perceived alienage and citizenship status and national origin. You know what? Oh my God. Guess what? So you can't discriminate against someone if they are an illegal alien? Their citizenship status? Are they entitled to work in the United States? You didn't realize there's a federal law against that, right, in New York City? The commission listed hypothetical examples of violations, including a hotel prohibiting its housekeepers from speaking another language because it would offend guests. That's stupid, but you know what? because I that's common. I hear people in hotels speaking other languages all the time, and I don't care as a guest, but because if they have a perception that it's hurting their business, and maybe they do want you to speak English when you can, and maybe they would find a way to help you. I don't know. 2, a landlord threatens to call U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement if an Indian immigrant family complains in housing court after they find mold and cockroaches in their unit. Okay, that... okay. That would be illegal anyway, right? You're threatening retaliation on a complaint. That's already illegal. That's housing law. So unnecessary. A store owner tells 2 people speaking Thai to speak English or go back to your country. Well, you know what? If I were those 2 people, I'd just tell that dude to fuck right off, and we'll speak to each other however we want to. Kiss my ass, and we're not going to buy your shit in your store. Goodbye, bitch. That would be how I treat it. But that's even then. So you're going to... I don't know. Oh, boy. Boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Earlier this month, the New York judge recommended a landlord pay $17,000 after threatening to call immigration authorities on an undocumented tenant. How about, here's a better idea. Okay, then we're not going to rent to an undocumented tenant. Done. Now, what can the city do about that? Is the city going to force somebody to rent to an undocumented tenant? That'd be an interesting court case. Oh my God. Well, this is obviously has to do with de Blasio. According to the judge written report, some of the text the landlord said included, "Have my money or I'm calling ICE that day, period." And I reported you to immigration, boo. Boo? Uh-oh. The landlord was black. I recorded you to immigration, boo. They know I'm the landlord to provide them keys come directly to you. Oh Lord. They got in it with a black woman. Okay. And following ICE raids in July across U.S. cities, New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio called for a path to citizenship for millions of undocumented immigrants in the U.S. Hey, get on board with go talk to the Democrats and the Republicans. Go talk to Congress. That's their job. That ain't yours. The president's slogan, the mayor said, should be "Make America Hate Again." Hey, I'm going to guess that the woman who said, "I reported you to immigration, boo." I'm going to guess she's not a Trump supporter. I'm just spitballing here. Doubt it. Oh, good Lord. All right. What else we got going on here? Oh, but my point here was, as I was getting into that, where the hell is it? Yeah. I found this humorous, though. Where is it? Here we go. Oh, shit. Come on, Mart. What the hell did you do? Let me see if I can find it again. Here we go. So Dan Crenshaw, the congressman from Texas, says this: How can a law like this reasonably be enforced without blatantly violating the First Amendment? It can't. Is it the government's job to enforce perceived social etiquette and protect someone's feelings? Hell to the no. Not his words, mine. Is it the government's job? It's the government's job to protect constitutional rights. So there you go. All right, now I'm going over here, so let's get into the Twitter trends of the day real quick here, and then we got to get out of here. So, how are we doing in this? Discriminating or not? Simple. Why did we move to politically correct or not being the main cultural focus? Yeah, I don't know. Stupid people. All right, let's go. Hey, speaking of which, today is National Taco Day. Oh my God, these national whatever days crack me the hell up. Oh, and who's... Twitter's racist because the first person they have on trending. At the top is Julian Castro. National Taco Day. Julian Castro says, I still believe in the vision of a nation with a taco truck on every corner. Good for you, Julian Castro. Good God. Except he doesn't speak in a Spanish accent. He's from Texas. He's a native Texan. Taco truck on every corner. All right. Oh, that's racist, Twitter. That's racist. Racist, Twitter. Come on now. Miss Pink. Yeah. Now that's a good point. It's National Taco Day. Miss Pinky Thoughts here says, bummer it's not a Tuesday. That would have made a hell of a lot more sense, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that have made a lot more sense? Oh my God, happy National Taco Day. Get out there, enjoy some tacos today, even if they're weird, like sushi tacos or dessert tacos. I don't give a F. Just eat some tacos. Hey, I'm going to eat some tacos today. Did someone see something? Oh, faithless. I ain't talking about no lady tacos. Okay, National Taco. Oh, look at those. Oh, those look fire. Look at that mess right there. And here, I'm going to put this link in the chat. Maybe. Open link, new tab. Here is something from somewhere that says where to snag a free taco on National Taco Day. I bet you Taco Bell's not participating in that, but there you go. All right, number 2 on the Twitter trends today is that Friday feeling. Because it is Friday. Y'all ready for the weekend? Like I said, I'm going to go out and take some nature photos. There's a couple waterfalls near here that I'm going to go take some pictures over there. And maybe we'll share them on Monday. But the Friday feeling of the day, I can't get over this schmood. His ball and socket joint is strong. Okay, this dude's jamming. Let's just enjoy this Friday. Oh, there we go. Does he even have normal joints? He's having fun though, and that's the Friday feeling of the day. He's jamming. Oh, I got this up loud, don't I? Ooh, Lord, I got this up loud. Let's turn that down a little bit. All right. So that's his Friday feeling. Okay, we've seen it once. Friday feeling. What do we got here? Developers versus testers. Which one are you? Oh, look at it. Now this is funny. Watch this again.
The straw. 3, 2, 1.
Whoa!
Gone.
Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go?
All the way.
Whoa! What? Blood of Jesus! Blood of Jesus! No.
Okay, so there we go. That's pretty funny. All right, moving on. I have enough Friday feelings. That's stuff. World Smile Day. Oh, it's World Smile Day. It's fucking World Smile Day. Hey, hold on. Hold up. Let me fix that. Let me celebrate World Smile Day for you here. All right, happy World Smile Day, everybody. That's a good one. All right, I've got my mic. Put these back on the right way. All right, next. No, wait a minute. Hold on. We are gonna actually click this and see what people are saying about World Smile Day. So here you go. Hang on, World Smile Day. Since it's World Smile Day, here's a compilation of Taehyung smiling to make your day bright. Okay, no freaking K-pop. Kiss my ass. Love the Spike Miller book. Smiling. Okay, we read this poem yesterday. I think. Did we read this? Okay, I'm gonna read it again because it is World Smile Day. Smiling is infectious. Catch it like the flu. When someone smiled at me today, I started smiling too. I walked around the corner and someone saw me grin. When he smiled, I realized I had passed it on to him. I thought about the smile and then realized its worth. A single smile like mine could travel around the earth. So if you feel a smile begin, Don't leave it undetected. Start an epidemic and get the world infected. A smile is just like syphilis. Okay, moving on. Oh, there he's. God, put the K-pop people on my screen. God. The second best thing you can do with your lips. I don't really want to talk about what number 1 and number 3 are right now because I might get banned from Twitter and YouTube. Okay, moving on. Friday thoughts we're skipping. Number 5, eat the babies. Eat the babies. Eat the babies. Oh, there's a Newsweek article. Eat the babies. Twitter reacts to Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's town hall meeting. Get married and have some kids and eat the babies. Okay, I'm not going to read this, but there's a whole Newsweek article about it. I think you can. Oh, God. Now, let's see. Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, that was a troll. We're just going to skip this article. I'll tell you what, here's what we're going to do. We're going to put the Newsweek article in the chat. There you go. If you want to read that yourself about Eat the Babies, but we already know it was a troll, and it was a pretty good one. They got her good. Lions is trending number 6. Not lions like the animal, but lions like something about the New York Yankees lineup or something. I don't know. It's baseball playoffs. The Twinks and the Yankees, the home run, it's going to be a home run derby in that series. But anyway, Pete Navarro's trending. Trump trade advisor won't say if he's raised a Biden investigation. Oh, White House trade advisor Pete Navarro on Friday declined to say whether he's ever raised investigating Democratic suit that says Joe Biden's whatever, blah, blah, blah. LaRouche is trending because the Lyndon LaRouches are the ones who did the Eat the Babies troll. Their confirmation so far is a tweet from LaRouche. It seems obvious that this was a troll, but I'm always annoyed when media reports things without confirmation. They did not get a comment or publish proof outside of LaRouche's claim. So, it may be not a troll. Maybe she's just a nonsense person. Wait a minute, let me get this straight. The same party that complained about the media and Jussie Smollett story spread Eat the Babies girl. Turns out she was a plant from Trunk Pack in LaRouche. No. LaRouche is not a Trump organization. That's the Lyndon LaRouche. They're kind of a cult political party. No. They are political trolls. They are not Republicans or Democrats. No Republicans claim the LaRouches. Sorry. Lyndon LaRouche ran. In fact, Lyndon LaRouche ran as a Democrat many times. In fact, here it is. Because here Cortez says, turns out the woman yelling was a Trump supporter. Doesn't rule out a potential mental issue. Doctors do that. But good to know they were not in crisis. Okay, so she's actually, you know what? She actually, believe it or not, in my opinion, probably had a sensible reaction to it. Just let her talk, get her out of there, and then later said, you know what, don't harass this person. She may be in mental crisis. That's fair. I think, for one time, I'm going to say that Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez probably said something smart. I don't know if she wrote it herself, but anyway. Earlier this year I was stalked and very nearly hurt by a disturbed person. Citation needed. I don't take chances and immediately try to de-escalate. Okay, good point. Oh dear. This is interesting. I want every single green activist that has convinced a new generation of kids to believe that they have months to live. Watch this clip. See what they've done. They've manipulated, radicalized, and terrified some of the most vulnerable kids in society. And this is the consequence. That's that someone talking about the troll. But you know what? Despite the fact that is not true in this case, that statement is absolutely true. You're terrifying kids. That's why you have Greta Thunberg's out there worrying about extinction and thinking that we've destroyed her future. the doomsdayers got the kids on board because they're talking about it in every school. Anyway, oh dear, Darren here has been convinced that a Lyndon LaRouche prankster, representative of a bizarre political cult that believes the Queen secretly runs the international drug trade, is really a Greta Thunberg fan. Well, we also saw with our own eyes the climate strike and some of the speeches there. So it's not that far off of reality, okay? That person in Alexandria Ocasio, of course, has his town hall. This gal right here, she's the Onion. And the girl screaming at the top of her lungs at that climate strike, she was CNN, okay? That's the difference, okay? And she was just as nuts as this girl. I'm not talking about Greta Thunberg. I'm talking about the girl that was screaming. Everyone's seen that clip. So it's Onion, CNN, Onion, CNN. Got it? So there you go. In fact, I would like to go back to that, but anyway, I don't have time. Let's finish up the day here. Big Mouth trending. Hormones raging now that a new season of Big Mouth is streaming. Some animated show that I've never heard of. But a new season of Big Mouth is streaming on what channel? Anyone watch Big Mouth? I don't know. Is it a Netflix show? What is it? Netflix, yeah. Yep, okay, Netflix. So there you go. If you're into Big Mouth, never heard of it. Babylon, Babylon Bee. You're true, Faithless. Yeah, the Babylon Bee is actually a lot more funny. The Onions, you don't see Onion stories anymore because people know the Onion. But the Babylon Bee is funny because some people think it's real. All right, Trump Justice Department is trending because I'll just read one because I know this is just going to be some bullshit. If this is true, Congress should conduct some oversight regarding this investigation, given that Trump turned to foreign governments instead of the FBI, and an FBI investigation could help him politically. What? What is this? Now the Trump Justice Department is investigating foreign government influence, Vice President Biden conflict of interest, and possible corruption. Yeah, let's see this thread, as well as the provenance of the bogus opposition research compiled for the Clinton campaign produced by an ex-British spy, and this is grounds for impeachment, ? Yeah, that's what, there you go. In fact, here's the entire thread by John Cornyn. Since the summer of 2016, the Obama Justice Department conducted a counterintelligence investigation into the Trump campaign and Russian influence, which led to a further 2-year investigation of President Trump by Special Counsel Mueller, producing no charges against him. Now the Trump Justice Department is investigating foreign government influence, Vice President Biden's conflict of interest, and possible corruption, as well as the provenance of the bogus opposition research compiled for the Clinton campaign produced by an ex-British spy, and this is grounds for impeachment? Good point, Senator Cornyn. Oh, John, and so this person, it's funny, this supposed crimes that they keep saying, please show me the statute. Because this person writes, John Cornyn knows it's a crime to solicit campaign help from a foreign government. What campaign help? This is one of those Democratic talking points that when you look at that, do I have that up here still? No, I don't. One of those Democratic campaign talking points that I'm sure has been going out to the media because they keep saying that Trump is soliciting campaign help or influence the campaign against a political opponent. But remember the first question that when Trump went and talked to Zelensky or whatever his name is, the question was they wanted to talk about the whole thing about, can you do me a favor, is we want to investigate the 2016 campaign and Ukrainians' involvement by the Democrats. That other Biden part was a second thought. But they don't want you to hear about that because they don't even want people talking about investigating the prior thing, the Democrats and their involvement with Ukraine and the Clinton campaign asking Ukraine for help. The same time they said the Trump campaign was asking for Russian help. They don't want to talk about that because it would be like Joe Biden. Because you know what? They keep talking about this thing, Joe Biden and Hunter Biden, and unfortunately everyone's talking about Joe Biden and Hunter Biden. Now they're seeing that, wow, how did this Hunter Biden kid get so lucky to get $50,000 a month from a Ukrainian energy company? And then also when he and this stepson of John Kerry made a company, all of a sudden they're talking to all the big wigs in China. People are talking about that now. People are seeing it. Oh my, well, clearly Hunter Biden was pretty good at using his dad, who was the vice president of the United States at the time, for those connections. So when you talk about, oh, John Cornyn knows it's a crime to solicit campaign help. No, he didn't. He mentioned that maybe the foreign government should be investigating corruption. But John Cornyn doesn't care about upholding the law when it involves a Republican. Guess what? Seems like many of you didn't give a shit that the classified information that wasn't supposed to be on Hillary Clinton's server. Oh, but her emails, right? But her emails. What about the classified information that she denied was there, that was mishandled, that was outside of government secure facilities? In fact, on an unsecured server, you had hundreds of emails of classified information, including methods, sources. Oh, that some people have gone to jail for. Bradley Manning, ever heard of him? Ever hear of Edward Snowden? What are they in jail for? Classified information that wasn't supposed to be there. And she had it on an unencrypted server running Microsoft Windows 7 for 3 months of the beginning. And that classified information was being backed up by companies that didn't have security clearances. Dado Inc., Platte River. Oh, nobody knows about all this because that shit is buried in articles from way a long time ago that everyone's forgotten about. Oh, and James Comey came out and said they found the classified information on her servers and on Anthony Weeder's laptop, who also had no clearance for that classified information. So the classified information that wasn't supposed to be on her servers that most people would go to jail for, and the classified information on Anthony Weeder's laptop where he was sharing dick pics with teenage girls and he went to prison for... What did he say here? John Cornyn doesn't care about upholding the law. Fuck you. Everyone's selective about when they're upholding the law. Of course, there's no law being broken here because he's saying that Joe Biden might be corrupt. Now, you can decide whether or not that's soliciting help for campaign help. But you know what? That's not against the law because information has zero monetary value. The law is that you cannot take foreign money for campaigns. Oh, you might want to read up on the law. I have. Rant over. All right, moving on. Okay, I really got deep in there. I got to get out of here too. Okay, what else is trending? Jack Edwards, Bruins announcer draws criticism for calling Roman Polak's injury Bad hockey karma. Yeah, that's not cool. Ed Rollins is spelling mistakes aside, you don't want people inside one of our most clandestine agencies to blow the whistle on improprieties they witness that may violate federal law or the Constitution they are sworn to protect. Ed Rollins, got it? Oh, I see. It's an outrage. The whistleblower's a CIA agent. Yeah, why is a CIA agent? Well, that's funny that the CIA agents just happen to be in the White House blowing the whistle, but of course they whistleblower or spy leaking bullshit. I don't know. It's curious. I don't know. Anyway, Ed Rollins is trending because of something Trump tweeted. Good Friday as in not Good Friday like Good Friday, but it's just a Good Friday, whatever is trending because it's Friday. And, oh, wait, no, there's something else there. I suppose somebody used the Good Friday Agreement against Brexit. Oh, that's something having to do with Brexit? No, there's a whole bunch of, the Good Friday Agreement. I don't know enough about Brexit. I'm not going to go. Plus, I don't have time to research it right now. Jonathan Swift is trending. Maybe this will be the last one because I don't know what Schwent. Jonathan Swift. That Swift. Oh. Jonathan Swift is trending because he wrote let's see. There's a poem. There's something in Jonathan Swift's literature about a modest proposal for preventing children of poor people from being something to their parents or a burden to their parents or country, and making them beneficial to the public. And it's a Jonathan Swift. A modest proposal. It's about eating children. So that's why Jonathan Swift is trending. Oh my God. Last but not least, Braden Shen has signed an 8-year contract extension to remain with the St. Louis Blues through the 2027-28 season. So there we go. That's our Twitter trends for today. I should have some Twitter trends music, shouldn't I? Like a Twitter trends intro music? Or I should have a Twitter trends theme. I need to do that. I really do. All right. Anyway, hello people. I'm back face to face with you, but unfortunately it's time to go. I'm so glad we've had this time together just to have a laugh or sing a song. Seems we just started, and before you know it, comes the time to say so long. Anyway, thank you for being here on the Morning Night Live today. We are here Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Central, and you can figure it out the GMT thing yourself. I'll be back on Monday, ready for another show. We'll probably just review what happened over the weekend. And thank you everyone for coming and participating in the chat. Before you go, if you haven't already done so, make sure that you subscribe and click the bell if you haven't done so. Also, share if you're watching this after the fact. Hit the like button on your way out. And remember, we always take donations and super chats through the Streamlabs link in the description down below. I've got to go. My name is P-Dog Knight, and I'm out of here. Have a great weekend. Hey, this is P-Dog Knight, and I want to thank you for joining me today on the P-Dog Knight channel. Before you go, if you like what you saw and you're not already subscribed, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button down below, and definitely click that bell that pops up afterwards so you'll be notified when I post new videos or when we go live. I broadcast my live show, The Morning Night Live, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Central, and 2 p.m. GMT. A special thanks to all supporters of this channel who share our videos on social media and who make donations through our Streamlabs link in the description below. Thanks again, and until next time, I'm P-Dog Knight, and I'm out of here.